fire.
Will, man, welcome to the Fufu and Jerk podcast. So basically, you're the CEO. You're the CEO of the Distant Relatives project, right?
Correct.
So tell us exactly what that project is.
All right. So Distant Relatives project, we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Our mission is based in the commitment to the development of underserved communities, both in Africa and the Caribbean, as well as here in Washington, D.C., where we're based. Our core initiatives are education, homelessness, and healthcare. Every year we supply over 10,000 students with school supplies, both in Africa, Southeast DC, as well as Jamaica. Right now we're based in Ghana, Nigeria, Ethiopia. We'll be going to Ethiopia in September. And we're also doing work in DC, as you know, our monthly Feeding Our Homeless initiative. As it concerns homelessness, we do that event every last Saturday in DC. It's basically aimed at empowering homeless community to eventually lead them to self-sustainability, but includes like free haircuts, food, toiletries, mental health, awareness, health screening, the whole 9 yards. But what, in a nutshell, we're committed to helping people from the diaspora in Africa.
Wonderful. It sounds like there's so much that you guys are doing. What made you want to start this initiative in the first place?
So December 2017, right? Usually a popular time when a lot of people like to travel back to Ghana, where I'm from. But this time, usually when people go to Ghana, they go to Accra, which is the capital city, which is like the good life, the nice restaurants, the parties. But this time I actually went to see my mother's hometown, which is considered like the village. And the last time I went to Ghana, I was probably I came from Ghana when I was like 7 years old, and I haven't been back. And now I'm an adult. I want to get that real life experience. And being involved in church, I've been playing music in church my whole life. I've always been giving back, but now I have the opportunity to do it to the extent that I really wanted to do. So put together some school supplies. When I donated it, I started school. I was kind of like, I can't give you guys these school supplies in such conditions. So I just threw up a GoFundMe. Ended up raising almost $8,000. It was $7,000, renovated the school. And when I got back, everybody was like, I can't wait till next year. I'm like, what you mean? This is a one-time thing. You know what I mean? But I mean, I just saw like the level of influence and the ability that we had to change people's lives. And it's just like, naturally, this whole organization just formed. You know what I mean?
That's so wonderful.
So you were kind of like, this wasn't even like something that you wanted to do. You were like thrusted into this position.
I have no experience, like, you know what I mean? This just kind of like naturally, that's how I know it was meant to be though. Like it naturally just came about, you know what I mean? Like I didn't plan to be anybody's CEO type of thing.
Are you doing this full time?
The amount of energy I'm putting into it is full time, but I still have a full-time job.
Nice.
All right. So you were thrusted in this position, and you guys have kind of built it to the point where you guys are in your second or third year now.
This is our second year. We're going into our second year.
This is your second year doing it, and you guys are you got like a group behind you, right? So like, how did you guys organize and get together? Like, this started as a GoFundMe, and now you out here officially a nonprofit. Like, how did that even organize?
So like the first meeting I had, I reached out to my closest men, like my family, my cousins, and told them like, this is what I want to do. And naturally, they were behind it. But even after that, like once I put it out there, like people who naturally have a heart to give back, or like, because there's a lot of people that want to give back, but there's not an easy outlet, you know what I mean? So people naturally just gravitated, and we got to the point where now we're at a little bit over 60 members.
16?
60.
60, Omar. 60, honey.
Clearly, we're doing something wrong, because we need 6 people with Fufu and Jerk. Like, can we get like a sound tech or something?
That's awesome. So, what do your members mainly do right now?
So, as the organization is growing, there becomes different needs. You know what I mean? So, right now I have 5 directors, one for marketing. I have a chief of staff, one who directs like our local programs, someone who does international affairs. I also have someone for PR and business development. And then we have like, for our different initiatives, the main one is Feeding Our Relatives, which is our homeless initiative in DC. We have a whole committee set up who's involved from fundraising and grants, planning, ordering items, the whole 9 yards. So everyone's pretty active who's involved. And then we have the group who just wants to volunteer, just manpower, you know what I mean?
So you said this all started when you went back to Ghana in 2017, your first time back as a kid. So what exactly did you see that you were like, damn, like this is a dire need. Like I got to do something.
Just the fact that I saw that there was a need. Like when you think about it, right? We've been coming from Africa for a long time, and a lot of us have become doctors, lawyers, but the country's still the same. It's like we're not going back to get back once we build our own self up. You know what I mean? But I feel like the millennials, like we have like this different spirit where we feel like it's up to us to make the change. Like we're not dependent on the government, and we just know that we have a gift, whether it's influence, whether it's just the power to make things happen. So, you know what I mean? We've just taken on that call, and then we haven't stopped since.
And so how can people, if they do want to help out, you know, assist you guys right now?
So right now we host monthly events. So we give people the opportunity to both volunteer, just to sign up volunteer. It's open to the public. We also have a membership registration for those who actually want to get involved and actually maybe develop their own project within distant relatives, because although we have our core mission, it's also an opportunity for others to give back. So you could essentially join. And if you had something that you were serious about, you had like a great pitch deck and a great plan, there's a great possibility that we'd help you to bring that project to fruition. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you say you reach out to and help out different countries. Like, one, how do you establish which countries you help out? You know, what areas do you hit? And and like, what is the connection there? Because I'm assuming you guys just don't be like, oh, let's just show up with stuff.
Right.
Like there has to be some organization there at some point.
Right. So the first thing is like identifying a need. Like I think you hit it on the nail. Like people have this idea you could just show up and just drop off stuff. Like that's not very impactful. You got to meet people where their need is at. But as far as countries, right? The primary focus is Ghana because I'm Ghanaian. You know what I mean? Yeah. I also wanted to include the Caribbean. So naturally, I went to Jamaica. You know, Jamaica and Ghana can have this one blood type of thing. Like Jamaicans are basically Ghanaians, in my opinion. Like
they are. I don't know what the thing is. I didn't go to Ghana to figure it out. But
yo, first, wait, Will. I don't mean to cut you off, but we're not claiming this one right here.
You know what? I'm not gonna let them do you like that.
Whatever.
Go ahead, man. They all thought I was Jamaican. You know what I mean? Like they couldn't tell until I told them, like, yeah, I'm from Ghana. You know what I mean? But they said the same thing that I'm preaching, like we're all one people. And then from there, so cool. There's a lot of Ghanaians, Sierra Leoneans, Jamaicans within the organization. So naturally, we went to Nigeria next. And then
where'd y'all hit in Nigeria?
It's a community called Ikorodu, which is still in Lagos. Mm-hmm. But we actually work with the president's assistant to bring supplies to a school in the community out there.
The president of Nigeria? Yeah,
the president of Nigeria's assistant, Miss Abike Debiri.
Oh wow! So y'all are like well known by the government out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then one of my board members, he's associated with African Union, so he does a lot of work with them. Yeah.
So this is a nonprofit. So none of you guys are actually making money off of doing this, are you?
Not a dime.
That is crazy, man. Yo, that is like super lit to me. The fact that you're putting in so much effort, and you know, there's people in positions like this where like they get a hold of so much money and they're supposed to do one thing with it and they do another thing with it. And the fact that you guys are staying true, like how do you make sure that you're organizing with the right people, man?
Well, even before that, right? Transparency is key. So people will donate, but they want to know where their money's going to, you know what I mean? So as far as like every dime that we raise, like when we do fundraisers and stuff like that, we're very transparent. And when it comes to working with other organizations, we do a lot of research, you know what I mean? Because like working with other brands could definitely tarnish your image if they don't have the right motive, you know what I mean? So we definitely do a lot of research and we're very particular with who we work with.
And so you guys had that gala in June, right?
Yeah, it was June 7th, Friday, June 7th.
Was that the first one?
That was the second one. The second one?
How do you think it went? Do you think you topped the first one?
Well, we definitely topped it because the most important thing happened. We reached our goal. We raised $20,000.
Amazing.
20,000. Good Lord.
20,000. Yeah. There was more people. We had much more to show as far as the work we've done. So I know we're growing as an organization. So it was definitely better. I would definitely say this one was better. We've definitely grown as an organization.
Now, real talk. Like you guys aren't the only organization that is claiming to want to better communities in Africa or the Caribbean, right? So, like you just said, you raised 20,000. This is your second year doing it. How are you in convincing people that your cause is better than other causes or similar causes?
There's a lot of things we do so differently that other organizations don't do. One thing is that we do the groundwork ourselves. Like most of these organizations, you don't see the CEOs on the ground doing the work, but we're doing the groundwork ourselves. So it's not like we're sending off the money to anybody, you know what I mean? And to those who do donate, who do contribute or partner on projects with us, we send like monthly updates, like financial and updates as far as like the project is concerned. So we're very transparent with what we do.
What do you think the future of your organization is going to be, seeing that it's growing and it's young at the same time?
Well, one of my goals is already happening. We're becoming the outlet for people to give back. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to like I used to volunteer with a lot of organizations. Like, you have to do so many background checks, so many meetings, and a lot of times it's during work hours. You know what I mean? But we just created this simple outlet for people to give back on a monthly basis here in DC, as well as annually in both Jamaica, Ghana, now Ethiopia and Nigeria.
Now, like I saw on some videos, like some of the things you guys are doing. You say you do school supplies and everything. There's one thing I noticed that could be done that you guys aren't doing, primarily in Nigeria. Are you taking away their jollof?
You know, the crazy part is, like, that's the first thing they asked me as soon as I got off the plane. Somebody be like, "Yo, make sure you try jollof because that's distracting." I'm like,
like, you need to be taking it up in abundance and like throwing it away,
right,
and saving the children, and then bringing goddamn jollof over there, bro. What is like
straight up,
like, because these kids is in poverty and they eat Nigerian jollof. Like, that's the best they can do.
That's what man.
Oh my goodness. He brings this up every episode, and I still haven't figured out which one is better.
What have you
you know what, Omar, we should do an episode where we taste test both at the same time. That would
be dope.
Yes.
That would be dope.
For IGTV. We gotta do it.
I'll do it. I mean, I don't normally eat trash on purpose. Right. So I mean, I'm down for the cause.
I have a lot of comments after this one.
All right, so, but Will, man, back to distant relatives. First of all, before I ask you to drop information on how people can help and everything, why the name Distant Relatives?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So I was truly inspired by the album. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Nas and Damian Marley.
Damian Marley and and Nas, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that album really inspired me. But another thing Distant Relatives tries to do, like, we try to connect each other. Like, I've noticed, like, a lot of my American friends are interested in Africa now. This year, I'm actually taking some of them to Ghana with me. You know what I mean? So
the return.
Exactly. So the whole idea is to just, like, connect people, especially, like, us amongst the diaspora, both Jamaicans, the Caribbeans, Africans, West Africans. We all want people at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So the name was just perfect with what we're trying to do.
Amen. Amen. Well, how can people connect with you, especially people who are interested in helping with this great cause that you guys are working on?
You can follow us on Instagram at the Distant Relatives Project. We feed the homeless every last Saturday. It's open to the community, so you can sign up. Our website, distant-relatives.org.
Where do you feed the homeless? Is there like an address?
Franklin Square Park. It's kind of like a meetup for the homeless. They're there every Saturday, so we'll be right there on the field. You can't miss us. We'll have like 20 tables out there set up. So
perfect.
And if they want to donate money to the cause, where can they donate the money?
Distant-relatives.org/give, or you can just go to Cash App and Cash App Distant Relatives.
All right.
Thank you so much, Will.
CEO Will.
I appreciate it. I had fun today. I didn't know I was going to have fun on the show.
We try to keep it fun, bro. We try to keep it fun.
Omar's more fun than I am, I think.
I'm way more fun than she is. That's why we ain't claiming them. That's why we don't claim everybody, bro. Like, you gotta just claim the whole country.
You know what?
You gotta be selective.
Goodbye, Omar. Goodbye.
I'm gonna start calling you the CEO Prophet from here on out, man. CEO Prophet.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to keeping up with your progress. This sounds amazing.
Yeah, let us know if anything we can do
please come out this month if you guys are free.
Yeah, we would love to. That sounds good.
The last Saturday?
Yeah, 11 a.m. Franklin Square Park.
All right, man. That's my hooping time, but I'll be there for you. I got
you to that.
All right, man. Hey, hold me to it. Trust. Don't let me forget it. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro. I appreciate you.
Thank you, guys, man.
Fire.